Warning: this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Bidi Vapor products are not for sale to people under 21 years old.
Hello, and welcome to today's Vaping Update webcast inside non-tobacco flavored disposables. I'm Angel Absetti, veteran reporter for the convenience retail space. With me, I have two executives from Bidi Vapor, which makes the premium disposable device called the Bidi Stick. We have its CEO and founder, Neeraj, or Raj Patel.
Hello, Angel.
Hello, Raj. And its marketing director for Kaival Marketing Services, Russell Quick. Hello, Russ.
Hi, Angel. Thanks for having me.
So let's set the stage. For retailers today, it can be quite confusing to know what tobacco and vape products are legally allowed to be sold. Raj, can you explain the latest FDA actions on flavored tobacco products?
The FDA has ramped up the enforcement against unauthorized vaping product, in particularly the non-tobacco flavors that has synthetic nicotine and the product that has never filed a PMTA, that is pre-market tobacco applications. Also, FDA has recently sent warning letters to the companies that is selling breeze smokes, Escobars, puff bars, disposables. And as we see recently, the FDA has sent out another 189 warning letters. And for that, first time I have seen that over half of them were convenience stores. Before it was smoke shops and vape shops, but now they are focusing on convenience channels too, so that's a very good news. Secondly, we have seen FDA work with the U.S. Custom and Border Protections to create what they call an import alert. This orders detain the product without any inspections, specifically unauthorized product that is coming from overseas. FDA has named Elf Bar, Escobars, Sticks Disposables by Eon Smokes. That was import alert number 98-06, as well as the Fume and Zip Sticks called Z Sticks, that import alert number 98-08. So what this means is, like, these companies now have to show that they are in compliance to return to the market. But we think it is, in the most cases, they cannot be, because we think they did not follow the FDA rules on synthetic nicotine, as well as the pre-market tobacco PMTA applications, and along with that, there is labeling compliance guidelines.
How do we know what vape products are legal?
Generally, there are three main areas of compliance. The first is FDA authorization. The FDA requires manufacturers to get a marketing authorizations to sell nicotine vape products. Under this, the companies has prepared the PMTAs and submitted them on to the FDAs in 2020. The FDA has refused or denied over 99% of the PMTAs, mostly for the flavors. That has led to dozens of lawsuits in federal courts. Most has lost, very few has won, but that's the first zone of compliance. Now the second is with the synthetic nicotine. Last year, Congress changed the terms tobacco products, and that included the synthetic nicotine. That requires those manufacturers to submit a PMTA by May of last year. After that deadline passed, FDA has said on July 13, 2022, that is, all synthetic nicotine products are illegal if they don't have any authorized PMTAs. And since no synthetic nicotine product has been authorized yet, and that means that synthetic nicotine products are banned. All of it. Anything with a synthetic nicotine product. So, only product with the nicotine derived from tobacco, and which companies are following FDA compliance policy for timely submitted PMTAs are legal to sell, subject to FDA's enforcement discretion. The third has to do with the PACT Act. And the PACT Act covers the proper registrations and licensing in every state. And that's something ATF oversees in coordination with the state authorities.
So, Russ, you work directly with retailers. What happens if a retailer carries and sells an illegal vape product? What enforcement actions does the FDA take?
Well, Angel, that's a good question. It starts off with is what Raj has already said: warning letters to begin with, as Raj mentioned earlier, and then eventually product seizure, no tobacco sale orders or court orders forcing people out of business. The FDA also can bring criminal charges, anything from misdemeanors to felonies. The states themselves, and even the ATF with regards to the PACT Act, also have jurisdiction and their own toolbox of penalties. So bottom line is that regulators have called out many of these brands. It's public information. Why would any retailer want something on their shelves with a target on its back?
So, Russ, despite many vape products on the market today, Bidi Vapor products are some of the only vape products that are allowed to be sold. Can you tell me why the FDA has allowed retailers to carry and sell Bidi Vapor?
In August of last year, Bidi Vapor won a legal fight to its marketing denial order for its flavors. And the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals vacated the MDO and remanded our comprehensive PMTA back to FDA for further review. A few weeks later, the FDA decided not to appeal that decision. So according to the ruling, the FDA had to place the PMTAs for all of our flavors back into its review process. Its original guidance said any product under review could stay on the market during the evaluation, subject to FDA enforcement discretion. Now let me clarify. Although we are subject to FDA enforcement discretion, we are confident that Bidi Vapor is not the FDA's priority.
So, what is the FDA prioritizing?
Well, Angel, the FDA said its priorities for enforcement are these. Number one, they're going after companies that have never submitted PMTAs. Number two, the companies whose PMTAs have been refused acceptance or filing by the FDA. The number three, companies whose PMTAs remain subject to MDOs. And four, companies that have synthetic nicotine products. And that's where things stand today.
Raj, how long will it take the FDA to review your applications?
We can't predict, but historically, FDA has taken a lot of time to review the product and reach to the decision. So again, we can speculate.
Russ, what makes Bidi Vapor stand out among the other legally sold vaporizer brands?
Well, Angel, Bidi Vapor is always focused on the legal age adult smokers looking for an alternative to combustible cigarettes. The Bidi stick must give them an equivalent level of satisfaction, provide a consistent vaping experience, and offer a real reason why they should try it and switch from cigarettes or eventually quit nicotine altogether. We've done a ton of scientific research to follow the FDA guidelines, including a clinical trial, behavioral studies, population prevalence studies, and consumer surveys. After all that research, we believe we have a viable alternative, something that adult smokers want. Remember, we're proven in the market. We've been the top-selling disposable, according to Nielsen, for the last 2 years.
So, Raj, to conclude, what are some trends that you're seeing in the vape category, and what are some best practices retailers can implement when merchandising vape products?
Of course, the legal battles are something to follow. But for retailers, it is important to remember that it's not the court, it's the market that will prove whether these products are viable or not. As Ross said, the Nielsen numbers have consistently ranked Bidi number one for the compliance disposable segments. Also, visibility is also important. That's the difficult because of the regulations around the consumer advertising limits what company can do to communicate to the public. So it makes the stores the best place for adult smokers to find these products. And again, visibility and placing the vape products where the adult smokers can see them, it's very important. but equally important is that keep the product away from non-smokers and protecting our youth. Then the other piece is to do some research. Agencies like FDA has named the brand that they are targeting for enforcement. Find out those brands' names and don't bring them to your stores. That's the good place to start.
Well, thank you, Raj and Russ, for your time today.
Thank you, Angel.
That wraps up our webisode, Vape Update, Inside Non-Tobacco Flavored Disposables. We appreciate your time and have a great day.